Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, my beautiful nurses. Hope you are all doing well, and thank you for coming back on my YouTube channel, watching the YouTube videos that I make. As you know, my aim is to provide information all about nursing stuff, all about nurses from all over the world. If they are thinking to move out of their country and move to the UK, I give all the information about UK nursing for the time being. And if there is plan, you may move out somewhere else. You never know. So keep watching, stay tuned, and then it gives me motivation. If you like my videos, share it with your friends. Gives me motivation to make more YouTube videos and help more nurses in pursuing their career. So today's topic is, we are going to talk about, is it worth coming to the UK? Or is it just better stay in your country? So we will talk all about UK nursing, all the pros and cons of becoming a nurse in the UK. And stay tuned, keep watching. So I don't know, all the people, they are always asking me, my relatives, my colleagues, and some fellow colleagues as well from the previous colleges and universities, like, is it worth moving out of the country? Is it worth coming to the UK than doing your nursing in Pakistan or India or wherever you are in the world? So we will discuss all about this. My answer is yes. It's worth moving out. It is worth moving out, considering the pros, considering the facts that you will get all the benefits here instead of when you're back home. So there is less opportunities for nurses and government jobs. If you think about government jobs, I think only nurses at the moment, like with the middle class people, nurses, they earn good amount of money. But if we consider other occupations, I'm currently talking about only about Pakistan at the moment, what's happening. I lived there for whole entire my life, so I know what is it like living in there. And then also the occupation, it's very hard for the people to get jobs in there. Maybe a situation is different now, but when I was there, it was very hard for the people to get job, for normal people, if they are matric pass or FA or BA pass or BCom, sometimes MA, they have done MA and then not able to get a good job. So in terms of occupational, in terms of occupation, it's good for you to move out of the country. So let's talk about UK. When we come here, even though you don't have any experience, you can still apply and get a job. You just need to be able to speak English. That's it. So if we get a good job in our country, if we get like better income for a month, I think I would just stay home instead of moving out, staying away from my family. We would just stay home. So I think it's good for in terms of occupation, also in terms of getting job. It's quite hard to get a job in Pakistan at the moment, but if you have like good qualification, you are a professional, it's easy for you to find a job. But for the normal people who doesn't have any occupation, or who doesn't have a fixed career, or who doesn't have any degree or something like that, then it's a difficult thing for them to get a job. So considering the job, it's good in here. Even without experience, without qualification, you can still get a job in here. You can get job in healthcare. As I mentioned in my previous video, there are loads of jobs you can do without any qualification, without any job experience. All right, you can get also a job in the shopping malls. You can get job in the coffee shop, or anywhere. You can get job in warehouse departments. You don't need experience. They will teach you each and everything. So I wish it was that easy in Pakistan to get a job for the normal community without a job experience and without qualification. No one would like to come over and stay away from their family. That was our first point, considering the jobs in Pakistan. So if you're thinking to move out, that's a good yes. yeah, considering the jobs. And the second point we're going to talk about is education. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm not saying anything bad about Pakistan. There are still jobs there. You can find a job, but it can be quite difficult. That's what I'm saying. And then considering the fact that is it worth moving to the UK or staying in the Pakistan? We are just talking about keeping in mind that just keep in mind that we are talking about pros and cons. We are talking about only positive vibes, no negative thoughts, no discrimination for Pakistanis or anything like that. I am Pakistani, so I won't say anything bad about Pakistan. So I'm just thinking you telling you the facts, just telling you the experience that I had. So let's talk about the next thing. I'm going to talk about is education. So as I said, with less jobs, the next thing is if a person is earning very less income. Let's say if someone with the normal job, they're earning like 30,000 PKR, or me as a nurse, I'm earning 50,000 or 60,000 PKR, Pakistani rupees in my country. Would I be able to give my kids better education? No, it's difficult. Because the school fees, the college fees and university fees is too high for a normal person, normal wage earning person. It's very like the fees is too high for them to pay, to afford. So for primary school kids, it's like 3,000 per month or 2,000 per month, and that is in a normal middle class area, normal society, not well educated or well led. I'm from middle class family, so I know how it looks like. So in my school where I graduated from, so my siblings, they are still going there. So my sister, she's in class 3 or 2, so her fees is like 2,500 Pakistani rupees or 3,000 Pakistani rupees. So per month, that's per month, and that's excluding uniform, books, and shoes, and some other stuff, accessories for the school. So if we consider, if you have 4 kids, how are you gonna afford the fees for 4 kids? Yeah, if we are earning, let's say my husband is earning 30,000 with a normal way, with other occupation, and I'm earning 60,000, so 90,000. But still, you are paying school fees for, let's say, 3 kids. 3 kids, it will be 10,000 almost, excluding the uniform, the books, and all other accessories, right? So I think education is very, very pricey in there. And if you're not earning, both of you are not earning a good salary, it can be quite challenging. So considering the education, if you come over, education is free in here, so you don't need to pay anything. Uniforms, books, everything is free, so you don't need to pay. So just think about it. The next thing we are going to talk about is Mehengai. So everything is getting pricey. Even in here, we have recently seen like 10% increase on all the groceries. 10% increase is too much. It's not only in Pakistan or India, not in Philippines or Nigeria or anything like that. It's all over the world. Okay, so the things are getting pricey everywhere. So we have seen 10% increase. I was watching the news last night, and then they were saying that the staff from the public transport, metro and all those, they did a strike in London, and they are asking for pay rise. And I think it's worth. I mean, if all the things are getting pricey, our income is still the same, how are you gonna pay for these things? How are you gonna pay for your grocery and your food and everything? So even in Pakistan, the things are getting very pricey. Like, let's say 1 liter of oil. I was talking to my dad, and it was like it's 600 Pakistani rupees per liter. I think if your salary is 30,000 and your wife is not working, you are the only person feeding the family, I think it can be quite tricky. And 600 Pakistani rupees for 1 liter oil is too much. So think about the grocery as well. Things are expensive here in the UK also, but it's not that much. honestly. So a 1 liter of oil, here I get maybe, how much was it? Usually my husband who does the groceries, so I don't know much, but it's £1.50. So if you want to calculate in Indian rupees or Pakistani rupees, I think it will give you the same amount of money as we spend in back home. But considering the salary you're getting, so if your salary is 30,000 in Pakistan and you are paying 600 for 1 liter of oil, I think it is expensive. Then let's say my salary is £1,700 and I'm paying £1.50 for 1 liter of oil. You can see the difference. I'm earning more, but I'm paying less for the grocery. Yeah. But if stop counting, so stop calculating the things in your own currency. I know, but the salary you get there is less, but the salary you get here is double or triple, whatever you say. Right? So if you think about the grocery, think about it as well. So I think it is worth moving out if you think about the grocery as well. I give you all the positive vibes, guys. Honestly, I want you to move out, do something for you, for your kids, for your family. All right. Don't take me wrong though. We talked about grocery. Same thing is about petrol, electricity bills. So electricity bills for like normal household, like we are five or six members in the family, two parents and kids. If you have 4 kids, then the electricity bill is too much. I mean 10,000 or 8,000 is a normal amount of bill you pay. That for the electricity, you pay for the gas. Gas is also like 6,000 Pakistani rupees, and then you pay for your water bills, all those things. We pay we pay all the bills here as well, but amount you earn and the amount you spend is less. So consider that as well with your grocery things. Consider your expenditure for the bills as well. So I think just if you want to write it down and then make up your mind if you are willing to do something. We're going to talk about is healthcare. Even in Pakistan, I don't know about India, but in Pakistan healthcare is free as well for all the government hospitals, like children hospital, adult hospitals. They are all free. You just need to pay, I think, 2 rupees to make a slip, an entrance admission slip, and then all that treatment will be free for you, free of cost. You don't need to pay anything, and that is a very, very good thing to consider. And but most of the people, what they do is, because of the waiting time, because of the it's very busy in there, so most of the people they opt for a private setting, which I don't like. I think it's good for you if you are living in Pakistan or India. I think it's good for you to go in the government hospital. At least you know where you're going to, and then what treatment you are getting in there, and at least you would know that all the healthcare professionals work there. There are a lot of scammers there who just open their private clinics and private setup, and then they do the treatment and all those things. But now it's a bit strict, because of the government, they're doing a lot of checking. They're checking their degrees and all those things. But I would still say go for a government setup for your treatment instead of paying the private things. I was working in the doctor's hospital. They were quite good. They're very, very good, and but they charge you loads for a single bypass, coronary artery bypass grafting. They were charging, like, if you are in high what do you call it, it's like a private setup. Like, you get a big bedroom, you get your attached washroom and all those things. So they would charge like 13 lakh for a VIP room. And if you are like, you can't afford that much, then for the poor, for the middle class people, it was like still 6,000 lakh per bypass grafting. So I think they were quite good, but their success rate was good as well. So if a hospital or clinic is reputable, you would know that it's good, they are doing good job, they have loads of number of people, they have loads of staff working in there, they have loads of patients. So but instead of going to like a small clinic or a doctor who is just sitting there, he has his own clinic, only one person sitting there, I think it's not good idea for spending your money there. And if you want to go for a government setup. That's is the same thing in the UK. So you get free healthcare as well here, and you don't need to pay anything, everything is free. So this thing is same. Let's talk about higher education. Higher education in Pakistan is quite good, but it can be quite pricey as well, and it's hard to get admission as well. Like for any university or colleges, you need to apply in advance for, and then you can apply for as many universities as you can, and then wherever you are, you will get chance, you will get a chance to study in there. But here also you need to apply for all the universities, and then wherever you get the admission, you'll be fine there. So higher education is still good in Pakistan, but if you consider about the price, you're gonna pay there. Here also for the colleges you don't need to pay, but for your university level education you are going to pay. So it's the same thing, you are going to pay there, you are going to pay here. If we talk about pension plans, we have pension plans in Pakistan, we have pension plans in here as well. So this is still the same thing. So let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about it, considering the pros and cons of moving out or staying in. So I think I don't know what do you think. Everybody has a different situation, and everybody is like thinks a different way. But I think if you have time, if you are still young, it's your chance to move out and then do something for your kids, and do something for your kids, for your family. You can earn more. If you don't feel like you're settling in here, you can always go back to your country after getting your PR. You can go back and settle in Pakistan or India, wherever you want. So it's totally up to you, it's totally up to your standards of thinking, what you think about it. I think there is no good or bad country to live in. It's only up to you, what you think about the world, what you think about the country. And I think for if you want to do a business, or if you want to invest in some kind of business, Pakistan is best place to work in. Pakistan is best place to invest in for the business purposes. But the things I mentioned earlier is still the same. Every place has its own bad things and good things. So just consider what is your preference, what do you prioritize. It's totally up to you guys, but I would say stay away from the relatives who would say like, no, don't go there, it's okay, it's always good to live in your family, there will be always people around you, you don't need to go there and live alone. But guys, it's your time to do something for your kids. If you are staying in your country, your kids will still stay there, they will earn education, they will get their education from there. We have like here they have world's best universities, colleges, and then there are loads of opportunities to grow further in your career. And of course, it's an advanced country, Europe country. Why do we come here? Because of the bad government, because of the corrupt people, because of less jobs, opportunities, because of too many like high prices for everything. And on top of that, a lot of people, they don't, like students nowadays, they don't concentrate on studies back home. I can say like, I've seen loads of young generation in Pakistan, loads of people like they just don't study. They just concentrate on TikTok, they just watch social media and waste their time. All the time they are on the phones, and I think it's not a good place for your kids as well to live there, because their society and their upbringing, or their what do I want to say is like their community, or their, if they have friends there, right, with the other in your society, if they have friends with other boys or other girls, and then their community is bad, their surrounding is bad, they're gonna have a bad impact on themselves also. So you cannot keep your kids just at home. They have to go out, they have to go and play outside, they have to be with their friends and learn from them. So I'm not saying it's all bad, so there are some good friends as well there, but the community, the youngsters nowadays, they just waste their time they just spend their time on the TikTok, on drugs, and on cigarette smoking, and lots of these kind of things, which was the most worrying thing for me to move out. And I thought, okay, if I'm gonna stay here, my kids will be the same later on, so they will stay in the same situation. They will find the things which I suffered, like I was not in a bad community or anything like that, but you cannot control anybody. You cannot control your kids to stay at home, or you can play with them, you can spend time with them, but still they would ask for their friends, they would go out to play. So I think it's good. Yeah, their community should be good as well. So my advice for you is just to stay positive, and then stay away from the relatives who are demotivating you, who are discouraging you, saying that like you should be with your family, no need to go there, we will eat less and then we'll stay in our family. I know a lot of people like this, they used to say that to me. So instead of moving out, you will be alone there, only you and your husband. Is gonna be tricky for you, how you will manage. Everything will be all right on its own, guys. Honestly, everything will be all right. So when your kids, when we go back, and then they see our lifestyle, they see our happy, they obviously they are just quiet. And then nowadays, like when I was thinking to come here, a lot of people, my relatives, would say like for girls it's not a good idea to go out and live there, and you will be having no family, no in-laws or anything there. But I said like my husband will be there for me, and then we'll be all right, don't worry about me. So if someone is giving you negative vibes, just stay away from those peoples, and then just consider on your career, just consider on your future and what you think about it, and what are the things you are considering to move out. Just let me know in the comment section what are the things you think would be best for you, why you want to move out, and what are the troubles you're having. And also, if you are same like me, from a middle class family, you don't need to be very rich to move out. What I was doing when I was preparing to move out, I was doing a double job. I was working in Shaukat Khanum Cancer Hospital, and I was also doing some part-time job in Doctor's Hospital. So I was doing 2 jobs, and then I spent all the money for the processing, for the DHA processing, and I moved to Dubai, and then I worked there. There also I saved some amount for my exams, for OET, for CBT, all those things, for NMC application. So if you are not rich, if you don't have enough money, just give it some time, guys. Just give it some time. Give it at least 1 year or 6 months. Just make a goal, write it down, how much salary you are getting and how much you need for the processing. It doesn't matter if you come from a poor family, if you come from a middle class family or upper class family. It doesn't matter. If you are a nurse, you're working there, just do part-time job, and then you can get very good amount of money. You don't need to ask anybody else. So honestly, guys, when I think about it, sometimes it makes me teary, because when I was about to come, I had should I say or not? So I had like only 40,000 less. So that was my expenditure just to move out and go and live in Dubai. That time I did not have any money, because I spent for my DHA exam, for my travel ticket and visa, because in Dubai I paid everything for myself. I did not ask even a single penny from my parents. So I had like I had some amount for my stay in Dubai, because I went there for visiting visa, and then I got the job. But that time I had like maybe 60,000, and then I was thinking that if I get 40,000 more, I'll be all right to stay for at least 3 months. But I did not have that money. I asked my parents, but they said they don't have that at the moment. Then I asked my relatives, and nobody was happy to lend me some money. So anyways, I went there. So sorry, I just got emotional. So anyways, I went there with that 60,000. So what happened with the initial first month, I got the job in Dubai, and then second, on the first week, on the first week, I did the interview and I passed, and then they hired me, and I started job in like after 2 or 3 days of my stay in Dubai. Like I went there on visiting visa. I went there on 16 September, and then like on 20th or 21st I started my job. So thank God for everything he has done for me. I was so thankful. I did not go there with the huge amount of money. I just went there with my little expenditure. Little money, like 60,000 only, and in dirhams it was very less. So you can think about it. So don't think about money. Don't discourage yourself thinking that I cannot afford. You can. Honestly, if you're working in a government hospital, your salary would be 55,000 or 50,000, right? So instead of giving that money to your parents that month, you can save it for yourself, and then do your for the next month also, like save it some amount of money, and do your OET, your English test, and then likewise you can do further exams, CBT and NMC application. When you start the procedure, only the beginning, the English test, the amount is a bit high, so only that amount is high. Just save some amount for that. You don't need to be rich, you don't need to be having so much money. And now like a lot of people, a lot of those relatives, they message me, oh, what was the procedure, how did you pay for that, how did you manage to move out, and how was it possible for you to do these all things? So what I say is, everything is possible if you have courage to do it. You don't need to be rich. Honestly, trust me guys, you can see me as an example. You can see me as an example. I did not have that money that time. Then I was working, studying, and then feeding my family as well. Sometimes nowadays they would say like, you have loads of money, you have like a I can't explain how do they say, like just send us 2 lakh or 3 lakh is your salary for one day. Is not, honestly it's not, but it's it's hard to explain it to them that we have our own bills, we have our own expenditures here, we have all the accommodation, rent we need to pay and everything. So if you're living a good life, if you are happy in your life, if you are eating well, and then if you are what do you call it, if you have peace in your life, if you have that satisfaction of living in your life, I think that's the most important thing for you to do. And then your family will be automatically happy for you to live in that way, and they'll be happy to see you happy. All right, so nowadays like few days ago I got a message from one of my relatives like can you please tell me the procedure, and then what is the fees, and what are the things that we need to do. I'm always happy to help them. So I explained it to her that you need to do the English test, and you need to do the CBT, and how much does it cost. So I've told her everything. But that was the lady who would come to my mom and say that don't let her go, it's good for her to stay here instead of going out. It's not safe, and it's not good for someone to go out and live alone there. It can be quite tricky. There are always ups and downs. I know there are ups and downs in life, but there are ups and downs in there as well. They are not only in here. So whatever will happen, it will happen whether you are there in your country or you are out of the country. So consider it, guys. Just think about your own feeling. What would you like to do, instead of thinking about the people, instead of thinking about log kya kahenge, instead of thinking about what will the people say. So just think about your own thinking, just think about your own feelings and what you want to do in your future, in your career, and where you want to see yourself. Just make a goal for yourself that I want to see myself as a nurse in the USA after 2 years, or in UK after 2 years. Just make a goal in your life and then work towards it. Yeah, instead of thinking about other people. Maybe your family will be upset for the time being, but trust me, after a few months they'll be all right, they'll be fine. And then that's it, guys, from me. And I think I have given you all the pros and cons of living in your country and living in abroad, living in Europe countries, living in here, especially in the UK. And then I think it will help you to make a decision about your life. And I'll see you soon in the next video. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Share it with your friends, give it a big thumbs up, and then tell me what are the troubles you are having currently. If you want to move out, what is the problem you are having, why you want to move out, and what are the relatives telling you, what are the reasons for them to say, okay, Saima, don't go, because you know what will happen later on. There will be no one for you to support. Doesn't matter, just think about your instinct. Just think about yourself, what you want to do for your kids. If you don't do it now, maybe they have to do it in their next generation. Maybe they have to do it, like if you don't do it, maybe your kids have to do it. So someone has to take a stand, someone has to make sacrifices. Why not you? Yeah, think about it, guys. Let me know in the comment section if this video was helpful, and I'll be seeing you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.